Welcome to the Smart Marketers Academy, where we help you to build your business smart, get more clients, and make more profits. I'm Davida Yemiakanle. I'm the founder and CEO of the Smart Marketers Academy. It's great to have you with me today. Now, in today's program, we'll be looking at how you can turn your business into a client magnet, and this is part 2. Now, business is about positioning, and a lot of things in life are about positioning. Now, your position or your positioning can make or break your business. So, how are you going to position yourself? Are you going to position yourself so that you can be pursued rather than be the one pursuing? How could you position yourself so that you can be the one attracting clients rather than you having to be the one running after your clients in all directions? How can you position your business so that you can be pursued and not the other way around? So that's what we'll be looking at, and that's what we've been looking at in part 1, and we'll be looking at that in more detail in this section. So basically, one of the few things that you need to do when you want to position yourself or your business as one that people that attract clients is you need to make sure that you build a business that is client centric. That means you're building a business that is centered on the client. The client is a main part of the equation. Now, a lot of people build their businesses from their perspective. They build it based on what they want to do, and they don't take into consideration a lot about the client. But if you want a business that clients are going to continue coming to you rather than the other way around, you need to put the client first. You need to put others first. Now, we looked in the other program, in the first part of this series, we looked at the fact that clients and people are hungry. Even bees are hungry. Bees are hungry for maybe pollen, or they're hungry for nectar. A bear is hungry for honey. So people are hungry for something, and like the hunger doesn't necessarily have to be food. It could be emotional hunger. It could be psychological hunger. It could be hunger for knowledge. It could be hunger, it could be hunger for self-esteem or status, and so on and so forth. So people are generally hungry, and they will often seek to satisfy their hunger. So if we can tune into this theory, then it would help us a lot as we build a client-centric business. So basically what you have to do is to identify the people that you're going to be serving, and then find out what they are hungry for. So all you have to do is to create a business that satisfies an already existing hunger. Now, before you build your business, you need to think carefully about your foundation. A lot of people build a business without careful thought about the type of business they're building. Now, what we do with you at the Smart Marketers Academy is that we help you to build your business with profits and clients factored in from ground up. A lot of people build their businesses without having that in mind. So in building your business's foundation, you think about your niche, and that's what you do. You make sure it's profitable. You make sure you choose a profitable niche. If your niche isn't profitable, don't think that your business will be profitable later on down the line. It's not just going to happen. So the second thing you need to do is to build your business on a profitable target market. So you're choosing a market that can afford what you have to offer, one that has disposable income. So the third thing you have to do in terms of building your foundation is to clarify who your ideal client is. So on this program, we'll be looking at that in more detail. If you want to learn how to choose a profitable niche or a profitable target market for your business, we deal with that in more detail on our Get More Clients Mastery program. So on this program, we're just going to be looking at who your ideal client is. Now, it's so important to identify who your ideal client is when you're going into business, because basically what you're doing is you're identifying who you're serving. What people do most of the time is that they look at what they want to provide, they look at the services they want to provide, but they don't take enough time to look at the person or to get to know the person who's going to be doing business with them. Now, business, like life, is about relationships. The better your relationships are, the better your business is. The better you know the people with you in business, or the people in relationships with you, the easier it is for you to have that relationship with them. So if you're going to be successful in business, you really need to get to know who your ideal client is and get to know them intimately. So who are you trying to do business with? You need to be able to answer that question. Like most people who are naive and are just coming into business, they'd say, oh, I want to sell to everybody, but that's not possible, because not everybody wants your service, not everybody wants your products. So you need to be realistic, and you need to identify the exact person or type of person, a profile of a person that will be your ideal client. Who are you trying to attract? Unless you know who you're trying to attract, you won't know what to attract them with. If you know you're trying to attract a dog, then you'll hang a bone out there. If you know you're trying to attract birds, then you'll have bird seeds. So in business, if you know who you're trying to attract to your business, you have to start with who, because if you don't know who you're trying to attract, you won't know what to offer them. You won't know to have the right offer. If you don't know who you're trying to attract, what you'd realize is that the struggle continues, because you'll be offering, let's assume it's a dog, you'll offer them fish, you'll offer them bird seed, then you wonder why they're not coming. They're not coming because you're not offering them what they are looking for or what they desire. So without knowing who your target market is, it's just an impossible task to build a successful business. And this is one of the major keys to unlocking your marketing success. So who is your ideal client? Once you've decided on your target market, you've chosen a profitable target market, then you decide on who your ideal client is within that market. Who is the best person to do business with? You have to look at their characteristics in order to determine who they are. Then once you've determined the characteristics, you might be able to identify 1, 2, 3 people who actually match the profile of your ideal client, and that helps you put a face to the person. So when you're thinking of marketing, you have a particular person or a person group or a group of people in mind. So basically, they're things like their age. How old are they? Are they between 35 and 45, or are they younger than that? What's their gender? Are you dealing with both genders, or are you dealing with males or females? What's their occupation? Are they work at home mums, or are they professional mums, or are they students who are just graduating? What is their occupation, or what is their profession? What is the education level? You need to think about that, because when you're marketing your business, you need to be able to appeal to people at the right level. You need to have material that would appeal to maybe an educated audience if they're highly educated. If you're dealing with professors, maybe what the way they would want information or your service provided to them would be different from if your business is catering to high school graduates. So you need to think carefully about these things. Are they married? Are they single? Are they divorced? Are they separated? So decide on the profile. Choose, make these decisions. Now, location, where are they located? Are they located locally to you? Are they located globally? With the internet, it's easier to reach a global audience these days. But, sometimes you might want to reach a national audience or a local audience. So you need to make these decisions. So still looking at your ideal client. So you get to know your ideal client. And basically what we've looked at so far is the demography, of your client's profile. Now what we want to do is look at your clients in a different way, in a more intimate way, and and this is a psychographic profile of your clients, and this actually gives you better or more in-depth marketing insight into your market, your target market. So basically, when you're looking at your client, your ideal client, from a psychographic perspective, you're looking at things as like their pains. What are their pains? What are their desires or met desires? What are their fears? What keeps them awake at night? What are they worried about? What worries can they eliminate? What are their aspirations? What do they want to aspire to? Where do they want to get to? These are things that you can tap into in order, and once you tap into these aspects of your ideal client and provide services or products that meet these level of needs, then you would find that your business will be more client attractive. Your business will become more magnetic because you're meeting the deeper seated needs of your client target market. What are their values? Recently, I had to come off certain marketing lists, because certain mailing lists, because the values of the people were not aligned to my values. They were incongruent to the values that I held. So when you're actually building a business, you need to think carefully, what values would these group of people hold, because you don't want to violate their values, because if you're a person, if you're spiritual and you believe in if you're like a Christian and somebody is swearing every minute, every other word is a swear word, you might feel violated. You might feel, no, you don't want to open yourself to this. So there's certain values that you would agree with, and certain values you will not agree with. If you have people who are demoralizing, or maybe abusive to women or abusive to children in their language, you might want to come off their list, because it's your values are not necessarily in alignment with their values. So if you are building a business, you need to be very careful about the values. You need to know their values so that you're not violating their values unconsciously. You need to understand their frustrations, what frustrates them, because it is in their frustrations that you can really provide solutions that would help them come out of that place. So these are deep needs that are not often seen on the outside, like when we look at the demographics of a particular target market. What are their beliefs? And what are their motivations? What motivates them? What gets them up in the morning? What gets them going the extra mile? What stops them from doing what they want to do? So their motivations are quite an integral part of this process of defining your ideal client. Now, if you can know your ideal client at this level, it will help you build a more client attractive business. It would help you make your business more magnetic. So to turn your business into a client magnet, you need to be other-centered. That means you need to constantly be thinking about them. It's not about you. It's not necessarily about you. You come into the picture later on, but first you have to start with them. You start with them, then you match what they have. You match their desires, their beliefs, their values. You learn about those things, then you match that to what you have or what you want to provide. And where you find a match, that's a sweet spot, and that's what you want to create your business on, or your products or services on. So you need to know your ideal client intimately. You want to uncover their wants. You build your business around them and what they want, and you will get what you want as a consequence. So it's a win-win situation. It's a mutual beneficial relationship. So we've come to the end of the second part of our program, How to Turn Your Business into a Client Magnet. And to know more about how you can uncover the unmet needs of your target market in more detail, you want to find out more about Get More Clients Mastery Program. You can find out more about these programs at www.thesmartmarketersacademy.com. So see you on part 3 of the How to Turn Your Business into a Client Magnet course.